Today we are joined by Mr. Merlin Rajah. He is at ABSA Bank CIB. Merlin, it's so nice to have you with us today, as always. It's always great to have that interaction with you. Can you just give us a synopsis of exactly where under CIB you fall within the business, please?
Anika, thank you so much for having me, and thank you to London Stock Exchange Group for this opportunity. I'm Merlin Rajah. I head up the Equities electronic product at ABSA. I've been with ABSA for 4 years. We fall under the markets business within CIB. The electronic team basically looks after all of the electronic components for clients who want to access the South African market and for local clients in South Africa who want to trade offshore. This cuts across several asset classes and products ranging from equities, synthetic equities, equity derivatives, futures and options, and commodity futures. Though that's the banner that I look after.
In terms of the development of the equities trading market in South Africa, how would you categorize that, and just give us an overview of that, please?
Quite a lot has changed in South Africa since 1996. 1996 is when the JSE moved from open outcry to an electronic trading platform. And since then, there's been many iterations and development in terms of the technology available in South Africa. In 2012, the JSE moved on to the Millennium IG platform, which is renowned worldwide as one of the most stable and resilient platforms. And in 2014, the JSE introduced the co-location data center. And a year or two later, they moved the settlement cycles down from T+5 to T+3. There's been an introduction of a new exchange in South Africa that many don't know about. So quite a lot has been happening in this market that's made us all change the way we used to do things, the development of our technology. So at ABSA, we have an in-house development team. We develop our own OMS and EMS to execute on the exchange. And then we have our own algos that we offer to clients, and that's ranges from VWAP all the way to participate. We have our FPGA risk layer, and we have connectivity into London. We service tier 1 banks around the world, and they want you to deliver an experience that they are used to globally. So when it comes to South Africa, we're no different in terms of how we have to build our platform. It has to be resilient. It has to be, latency sensitive. It has to be best in class for global banks to continue to trade with you. So it's changed quite a lot. I'd say in the last 6-7 years. And on top of that, with the new exchange coming along, we had to invest even further into our technology to be able to connect into the exchange, to be able to route orders, divide our clients with smart order routers, to arbitrage between the exchange seamlessly for best execution.
Thank you for that answer, Merlin. There's 2 things that you mentioned which I would like you to elaborate on: algos as well as JP.
FPGA. Not a lot of people get that, actually. It's quite deep in technology, but let me cover algos first.
Yeah.
As a sell-side member firm, so we're a member of the exchange, and we service a lot of clients. And these clients want access to sophisticated algos. You don't have somebody entering buy 10, buy 20 the whole day, right? So they put in a quantity into our algo, and we do it seamlessly for them through the use of technology. So we build out these algos, and every one of them does a different thing. With our teams based in Central Europe and our teams based here, we have regular meetings, and we decide what's the best way to tweak these algos for the South African market. So clients will send an order, it will hit our algo. It might be VWAP, it might be participate, it might be a pairs algo, and it will trade automatically for them, allowing them to do many other things during that time. FPGA, that is for our ultra low latency clients. We build that ourselves again. We import our switches from the US. We develop the image that goes onto these cards. And this allows clients to trade, or clients who need speed to trade faster in the market. So this is your risk checking module. So we risk check clients' orders within nanoseconds before we let it into the market. It's a regulatory requirement that you check all clients' orders before it goes into the market. So we've built out the leading capability in the South African market for this.
Interesting. So as much as ABSA and our South African market is quite sophisticated, we are deemed as an emerging market for obvious reasons. But I know that with regards to the advancement that ABSA has been, currently giving to all parts of every continent, do you see that more enhanced in the future, or how would that work?
And I think although we're seen as an emerging market, but when you speak to global tier one banks or clients around the world, whether they're hedge funds, quant funds, everybody knows about South Africa. They know that we're on par with the rest of the world from a financial ecosystem, from a trading ecosystem, from a trading market structure or electronic trading platform perspective.
Yes.
So while we might be classified as emerging, I think everybody knows we're on par with best in the world. We service as ABSA, we service tier one banks, we service, again, the largest asset managers globally. They expect you to operate at a certain level that they are used to. So by virtue of that fact, our technology has risen to be on par and sometimes better than some of the big tier one global banks around the world. We've had international banks actually ask us, could we license your technology? Could you lend us? Or how could we make this work? We're not at that space yet. We're very happy with the technology and how we use and how we operate it. And our clients are obviously very excited to use our platform. We continuously see the client base growing, on our platforms, and we focus a lot of attention on resiliency and speed.
It's quite amazing and impressive to know that, ABSA has actually grown exponentially, which brings me to my next question. In terms of geographical areas, what are you focusing on for the remainder of the year as well as the future? And can you explain how the solidarity of the Pan-Africa market will actually fit into that whole strategy?
That's a great question. So we have presence in 12 countries in Africa. South Africa is obviously our largest because we're just South African bank, but we have presence in the UK, in Asia, in the US. We have, people on the ground there. In terms of electronic trading capabilities, we provide international clients trade South Africa really well. Right? This is our bread and butter. And we provide local clients with access offshore by our offshore partners who then have access globally. And we do that really well as well. What's happened with Africa is while there's markets in each country, and we have brokers in country to trade these markets, we've never really built out our electronic capabilities to be able to do orders seamlessly through our offices in country. And that's, if it's not going to be ABSA as a bank, as a Pan-African bank standing up to do that, then who? So it was strategically positioned that while we look at building out our capabilities globally, our differentiator later on is going to be our capabilities within Africa. So we're partnering with several African entities to build out our electronic capabilities within the country. You'd probably hear about one in the upcoming months where we'd be the first to offer electronic capabilities seamlessly for our clients. And then after that, shortly after that would be number two. It's no easy feat being able to build this technology and roll it out into multiple countries. There's different settlement cycles, there's different technologies, underlying code. So it takes quite a big effort. But once we have this in place, this would be a real differentiator.
That's actually quite impressive. And thank you so much for sharing the projects that you are currently undergoing at the moment. What is in store for 2025 as far as equity electronic product trading is concerned, Merlin?
We have a strong pipeline of clients that are coming on board. And when you're dealing with various types of clients, everybody comes with their own nuances. Some need you to provide market data, some need you to provide regulatory reporting, some need the fastest access, block copy feeds, etc. So we have a strong pipeline of clients that all need different things, and we're going to focus a lot of attention on bringing these clients on board. We have quite a few changes to the way we are going to build out our future state of our FPGA risk lens to bring it really down again and continue to be the leaders in that space, the latest down. We have a few algos we'd like to deploy, new algos for clients to use, and start offering our dark pool offering to our clients where they can actually match blocks using a ABSA dark pool offering. Other than that, we obviously focusing a lot on making our brand more visible internationally. And you'd see a lot of us attending roadshows, seeing our clients, making sure that we're always visible and there for their needs.
That's actually quite impressive. And thank you for sharing your current projects as well as your future projects. What I want to know is in terms of, 2025, what can we expect from ABSA electronic equities trading?
That's a great question. So we have a strong pipeline of clients that are going to be coming on board from now until next year. That really is going to take the focus of the team to get this over the line, because it's very technical to implement. We're going to be upgrading our algos even further to continuously be ahead of the market. And our FPGA risk layer, the new iteration, will be out in Q1. That reduces the latency even further. Just continually making sure that we're in pole position in this market when it comes to quantitative or electronic quants or HFT clients looking to access this market in very bespoke ways. The market structure is always changing this market. So we have exchanges always releasing new rules out. We have the regulator coming out some new rules along with what brokers and members can and can't do, that we need to make tweaks to our platforms to ensure that we always adhere to the rules and regulations in South Africa. So we have a busy year next year for our business.
Okay, so thank you so much for your time today. It's always a pleasure to interact with you. I know that you and I have been talking about doing this video for the past couple of years, and I'm so glad that we finally had an opportunity to do so. So appreciate your time as always, and thank you.
Thank you so much. And once again, thank you to London Stock Exchange for having me.
Thank you.